Good morning, afternoon, evening, guys. Got another deck profile. This has actually been quite a fun deck I've been playing around with. Did quite a few games, and it's a lot better than I expected. I will tell you that. So if you guys didn't see it in the title of the video, it's going to be my standard Highlander deck. Uh, haven't tested out premium, not brave enough for that. But in standard, it's definitely a very fun deck to play with. So let's get into the list. Starter, simple. I just use Shizuku. The trigger lineup is going to be a little different. I mean, not that different, but got 4 heals, 6 crits, 4 draw PGs, and then 2 regular draws. So the reason I decided to up the draw count more is because the deck is definitely not on the consistent side. So drawing cards is just going to be a lot better. And then you're also going to be discarding cards a lot. So hitting draw triggers is fine. Discarding the draw triggers for your cost is also fine. So not a big deal. So a little different on the trigger lineup. Now, because for Highlander, a lot of the cards are one-ofs, you're not really going for busted cards in your 1, 2, 3 slots. You know, there's not much you can do about it. So instead, you're just trying to use a lot of good cards that gives you kind of value, but not really, because at the end of the day, you're just going to be dumping them. So you can really play around on how you choose your cards. Because some of the cards in here, you can easily swap these out for something else. It's a very easy deck to play around with. So I use Fluffy Wonder Prenez. I think that's how it's pronounced. Very interesting effect. It's when your deck is shuffled, she gains 5k, so it's auto. So you can, if you keep shuffling your deck for whatever reason by card effects, she just keeps gaining power. Doesn't really matter. I got 1 copy of Thoria. This card is actually really good. This card does put in some work. So when the attack it boosts hits a Vanguard, you retire this card. Look at the top card of your deck, put 1 to the top or bottom, and then draw. So this way you can kind of get a better draw, better filter, because you're going to be bricking. This deck does definitely brick, so this kind of helps ease the pain. I got 1 Steza. This lets you get another card draw. If this battle boosts the Vanguard, you retire, draw a card, and then you can CB1 and send a grade 3 from your drop zone to the bottom of your deck to draw another card. Just good card. Aurora, very good card. You just draw, discard. So again, helps you filter. Sedna tries to help you get that grade 3. So that's always good to have. And then I also have Radka. So this is the card where if it's on your Vanguard, attack hits, you draw a card. So drawing is good. And then her axe skill is probably going to be the effect you really want to use anyway. Is you retire it, look at 2 cards, put 1 into your hand, the other to the drop zone. So more filter. Kind of gives you food for that. So that's always good. 10k beater, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Betty. This card is actually really good. It's a Highlander card where when placed, you reveal 7 cards from the top of your deck, and if all the normal units are different, then you can choose a card from your hand, put it to the bottom, add 1 of the revealed cards, and then shuffle your deck. So it's worded really weird, but whatever. It's a good card. It helps you filter some cards you don't want. And then we have the 7k vanilla, 15k shield. Why not? That's pretty good. And I have 1 Pearly. I think that's how it's pronounced. So you can only have 1 in your deck, so why not throw that in? And then this card is going to be your ideal ride target in general. Thelia is when placed, you reveal on the Vanguard circle. When placed, reveal a grade 4. And then you can pretty much do a mulligan. You'll shove cards to the bottom of your deck and draw that amount and then shuffle. So, extra mulligan, why not? That's my grade 1 lineup. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 grade 1s. So, I mean, you're not gonna miss right, I guess. It's not that bad. I mean, compared to like a melody list, you're not gonna. It's not that bad. Now for the grade 2, I'm using 3 vanillas, 3 different named vanillas. So you can definitely just swap these out with effect cards. I just like it because they're 10k shields. So, but you can easily swap these out for something else. You can do probably more of the colorful pastel cards if you want, but I think I get better value off of the vanillas. Speaking of pastel cards, I got 1 Caro. This is a 15k beater, and then I got 1 Serena. Kind of helps you draw a card if you actually need it. So, but it has a hit, so keep that in mind. And then Serena's just cute, so she's in the deck. Aqua, probably the best card. It's gonna be your combo enabler. So you got Aqua and Lieselot. These cards are just amazing cards. There are some combos I'll get into in a moment, but Aqua, what she does is that when she's played, you can return a normal unit on your side of the field back to your hand, draw a card, discard a card. So this lets you reuse a lot of cards that you already played. Lieselot lets you, when you play it, you can call the top card and put a card in your soul, so that's always good. And then Aqua can bounce your Lieselot, so you can do Lieselot's effect again next turn. So obviously, Lieselot is a hard once per turn, and Aqua is a hard once per turn, so keep that in mind. But it lets you reuse these cards. And then Aqua has a really cool combo play. 1 Perla, so you combos with your grade 1 Pearly. So I didn't really get into the effects, but honestly, I never really saw the effect go off, but it's okay, it doesn't really matter. So the grade 1 says that all of your Perlas on rear gets 18k in a crit, and then Perla says all of your Pearly gets 20k in a crit. So if you got these both out, these are nice attackers. So there you go. And then I have this card from the trial deck. It's just when placed CB Soul Blast, this unit gets 5k, and if you call the card this turn, you get a draw card. But like I said, a lot of the cards are super changeable. There's some cards that are not changeable. Aqua and Lieselot, these are musts, but this you can easily swap it out with something else. And then I also have 1 Miranda. I think that's how that's Mirada. So she's actually pretty important. When placed, counterblast 1, draw a card, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck, right up to 1 grade 2 card from among them. So just another way to help filter. You want to thin your deck out, so this is thinning is winning. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 grade 2s. Not too bad. The ratio is not too bad. Now going into the grade 3s, this is where the fun begins. We have 1 Cuter, I think that's how that's pronounced. Cutter, I don't know. But anyway, what she does is that when you play it on Vanguard or Rearguard, you declare a card name other than this card. And if you do, you reveal cards from the top of your deck until you hit the revealed card, or a normal unit with the same card name as a card revealed by this effect. Put the declared normal units from among them into your hand, shuffle your deck. So pretty much it's going to be a combo piece. You use it to call a card you want, and since everything's a one of, you're going to hit it. And then you can use Aqua to bounce it to do an effect again. And she is not a hard once per turn. Next we have Anj, really good card. When it attacks the Vanguard, you counterblast, bounce as many normal units on any player's side, and then based on how many cards you bounce, you get the effects. So if you do 2 or more, 10k, 3 or more, get a force, 4 or more, then you can call a card from the rear guard. And then the card you would like to call would be this card, Turia, 1 copy. Her effect is on Vanguard, when placed, you can bounce as many normal units as you like to your hand. If you bounce 3 or more, she gains 15k. And then she's also a restanding Vanguard. You just counterblast, discard, as long as you bounce 3 or more cards this turn. So That's the ideal combo play, but there are other plays with her as well, so she is crucial for the deck. Anj is just a nice piece that goes with it. And then this is the fake Highlander card. We got 4 reindeers. It's the only card that you run multiple copies of and you can get away with it, because her continuous skill is when it's revealed by a card effect, it is regarded as a trigger unit instead of a normal unit. So what that means is that when you're using your Highlander cards and you have to reveal different normal unit cards, this will not count towards it, so that is very nice. And then she has an auto on Vanguard. At the end of the battle it attacked, you discard 2 cards from your hand, reveal 10 cards from the top of your deck, and if all of the normal units are different, of course, you can ride one of them that's not named Reindeer as stand, shuffle your deck, and then you're going to get strike -1. And at the end of the turn, put that unit to the bottom of your deck and you write a grade 3 card from your soul as rested. So you are going to be ideally rewriting Reindeer again. You are going to be farming a lot of force markers, which is really good. And then there are so many cards you're going to be able to ride from, and hopefully you just win the game. So 4 Reindeers, the best card in the deck for sure, as far as like making the deck stable. Before that, it was a very high rolly, risky deck. Now the deck itself is still a high roll deck. You're gonna sack out your opponent pretty badly, and they're gonna feel bad. But it's still like it's a lot more stable. And then for the grade 4s, you might as well go big. So I play one of each: Laura, Aniska, Eve, Irina, and Olivia. Now these 2 can probably get cut for something else, because these are not really Highlander-ish cards. Lyria, you're gonna miss your timing, so she's not that good. But hey, if you're going for the normal ride, then it's a good card. So her effect is when she's played, reveal the top 10, as long as they're different, normal different cards. At the end of the first battle, she restands. So that's cool, but it's kind of a bricky effect. You could really cut this out easily. The reason it's in here though, because it's fun. I just wanted her in the deck. But in practice, if you were to ride, like, let's say her as your grade 3 and you're kind of stuck, then you might as well start compounding, and then you can ride this and try to push for game. But Eve though is an amazing card. You could cut it out though, but I like it. So her effect is she has an axe skill. You can look at the top card of your deck and call it. You can call it to an open spot though. You can't stack over it, but you can do it as many times as you like. And then you don't have to call the card too. So if you see a trigger card, you can just leave it on top. And then her Vanguard skill that's continuous. When your unit's power or crit would be increased, it's doubled instead. So very good. So technically every crit you reveal and your opponent's not really paying attention, that's a double crit just for 1 critical trigger. So this card is really good. Olivia, this is from the new set. When it attacks a Vanguard, you choose up to 5 of your rear guards, up to 5, and if the chosen rear guards have different names, you can stand them. If 3 or more, then she gains a crit. So what's really cool is that you can just choose 1 card if you want, and then that would restand. It doesn't really matter. As long as they're all different names, then it'll restand. So pretty nice card. Get a nice little multi-attack. It's kind of like the old Olivia, so that's cool. Obviously this one is definitely the more fun card to play. Your opponent's going to feel bad. This a card called Aniska. When she's played, you reveal the top 10 if they're all different. You get 1 Force, 1 Excel, and 1 Protect. So pretty insane. That is just like super dumb effect. Really good card. And then finally we have 1 Laura. She pretty much, if you reveal the top 10, and they're all different, of course, the normal units are all different, you call any number of the reveal cards to R, and they get 10k. So you can have a full board, go bash face, and then go into Laura, bash her effect, get a full board again. So she is definitely on the insane side. So the Highlander deck itself, it's a very toolboxy type deck. So you have many ways to play it out, try to get your win. Ideally, you want to be on Reindeer. let's say your Vanguard is on Reindeer, and you reveal the 10. So let's say you reveal like any of these. Let's say that's your board. Let's just get your board out. So let's say we have those out. You got some vanillas. You got some booster buddies. Sure, why not? We'll go like that. Like you have a full board, and then you attack, right? Then your Vanguard attacks, right? So anyway, in general, you're kind of gonna be stacking your deck, not stacking, but you're gonna be, you know, checking the top cards of your deck and sack your opponent out. So like if this is your board and this is your attack, and you reveal an Ange from the top 10, that's not a bad choice to pick. Where's Ange? Oh yeah. It's not a bad choice. Like if you hit an Ange for the top 10 check, you ride it to Ange, and you have the CB, you attack, bounce all your stuff, and then get more attacks. Or if you hit a Turia, when you play Turia, of course, you bounce your board because it's a Vanguard skill, and then she can attack. So it's kind of like having the N in your deck with using Turia. So that's an insane play. So keep in mind though, it's drive -1, so you're gonna lose all your drives if you do that play. But obviously, you're gonna be rewriting, you know, these gals. That's usually the best play. If you get any of those, you're just gonna be plussing super hard. It's just really fun. It's a very fun deck to play, and if it works, you're gonna be doing so much damage. Your opponent's gonna start feeling bad because they think that they're gonna get overwhelmed by card effects. But the truth is, your deck's not that great either, so you'll be bricking just as much. So pretty much, what's fun about it is because there's so many one-ofs, you're able to do a lot of different card combinations. Like I said, like this combo using Curity, and then if you can call out Aqua, you can call Aqua, add Aqua from your deck to your hand, call Aqua, bounce this back, and then you can call it, do it again, get something else. If you just gotta remember what cards are in your deck. That's why like you gotta know what your key cards are, and then you're fine. And like I said, this is a key card, that's a key card. Aqua, Weaselot. I mean, I guess Sonata's really good though. Those are pretty much the only cards you gotta remember that you have in your deck. Usually you don't want to get the grade 4s or 3s into your hand too much. I mean, you could get another Reindeer. Reindeer is fine because hitting these are not that great when you're doing the top 10 reveals anyway, because you want to be writing, and this, you don't want to write that, but you want to write any of these. These are just amazing write targets. So it's a really fun deck. A little bit more complex, I would say, on mastering, but it's not that hard. It's not a hard deck. You feel, as long as you practice with it, it's a pretty easy deck to use. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know and I can throw it out there. But like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.